What made Mike a special athlete was his work ethic. Our 2003 team had a lot of moving parts, a lot of players that had a lot of important pieces, and he made sure his leadership was based on his example on the court and even off the court with school and things in that regard. So we could always depend on him and his leadership in that regards.
You know, he was one that he played a position of the center on the team, and it truly fit his character because he was the center of everything. And I know he got along with all his teammates. He was a very balancing man. When things would be getting tough, he would keep his composure. And I think he was part of the off the court. The interactions between the teammates were awesome as well, and he was always in the midst of that. So he was kind of the centering post on and off the floor, if you will.
Well, first of all, I grew up in Oak Lawn, so right in the neighborhood. A neighbor across the street from me, his name is Mike Halleck, who was a 2001 graduate of St. Lawrence. I was very close with him, and since he was already in the building, through him, I had already met a lot of my future teammates by the time I was in 7th grade. I really never gave thought about attending any other school. When I specifically think back to my playing career and the success that I had on the court, I would say it was very special to lead a team that showed we can compete with traditional basketball powers. Again, we didn't have all that much success in my first few years playing, but to be part of that group and really lead a team to show that we belonged. I was really determined to get rid of that stigma that we could play and we deserved recognition. We had something to prove and we accomplished it.
The one memory I would say on the court that was very monumental for our team was the 2002 Lincoln Way Christmas tournament. It was our senior year. We were still undefeated. A lot of alumni were coming out to support us at that point. We were, again, making rankings on the newspaper. Things were going great. And when it was all said and done, Mike Steigerwald delivered for us and ended up being the MVP of that tournament. That really catapulted us into becoming one of the top teams in the city. And a lot of people started recognizing us. And a lot of that was due to Mike Steigerwald being the MVP. Again, we were a team that was very deep, and he led us in that tournament, and we ended up running the table, winning that tournament, and he was, again, the MVP versus a lot of people that were Division I caliber athletes.
And Mike was always he was the anchor for everybody, and he continuously would step up and do the same thing. You knew what you were going to get with Mike, and he did it well.
So our teammates, I think he was well loved by everybody. I think his personality fits that trait. He's one, kind of going back to his leadership skills, he's not necessarily a fiery guy. He'll get in your face when you have to, but he's one that knows how to read people. His style in that regards makes him a very, made him a good leader and well liked around our whole team. He could relate with everybody on our team.
He would always keep his composure, and to me, that's really important for an athlete. It tells you what's going on inside as well as outside, and their physical capabilities match their thinking capabilities. And if you get both of those, you get a solid citizen there, a great athlete. And also somebody who had characteristics that, he worked hard. If he got a call went the other way, so to speak, you wouldn't even know it. Mike would just play, and I liked that. I saw that characteristic in him as a player, but then talking with Mike, he was very low-key, and he just had this persona that any father would love to see in their son. He was really a well-disciplined, hard-working young man who knew how to have a lot of fun. He was a great laugher, too.
I would first like to thank my parents, Tom and Debbie Steigerwald. They supported my passion 100%. Putting 6 kids through Catholic schools, there's a tremendous amount of sacrifices that were made. The amount of time and energy that they put into allowing me to pursue what I wanted to do, I truly want to say thank you for that. I would also like to thank Coach Pallady. As a great leader and communicator, he really stressed the we versus me mentality that helped our team be so successful. I would also like to acknowledge Kathy Hines as the teacher, an administrator, and a number one fan of all things St. Lawrence. She has an unmatched passion for the Vikings, and she truly cares about all of the students and everyone in the St. Lawrence family.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the heart-stopping, fun-loving, hard-rocking, history-making Michael Steigerwald is ready to join the St. Lawrence Hall of Fame?